College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin and all of its members promote good sporting behavior by student athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at student athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated in a grounds for rule. The CCIW has many traditions, but bad behavior isn't one of them. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game environment. Respect. It's the name of the game. Welcome to Tarble for tonight's 2023 CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament quarterfinal match between Elmhurst University and Carthage College. At this time, we would like to recognize the all-conference student athletes who are competing in tonight's contest. From Elmhurst University, second team, Allie Bearden. First team, Lucy Anderson. From Carthage College, second team, Christina Bogojlovich. And first team, Jenna David. Let's give them all a round of applause. This time, please direct your attention to the American flag located at the north end of the arena. It draped the coffin of Captain Frank Vavrin, a former Carthage student who died in Vietnam in 1970. The flag is a gift to the college from his parents. In remembering Captain Vavrin, we pay tribute to all who have sacrificed their lives for our country and honor those who today put themselves in harm's way in service to America. Now at this time, please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Junior from Lakes Community High School, Elmhurst, Illinois, number 27, Bell. And our girl from Waterloo sophomore from Moran High School, Grand, Illinois, number 10, Jenna Damon. The head coach of the Firebirds is Leanne Ulmer. Elmhurst assisted by Bob Clark, making Oberhofer, Michael Watt, and graduate assistant coach Morgan Miller.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Kenosha, Wisconsin. It is now time for postseason volleyball in the CCIW, the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. The number 3 seed, Carthage Firebirds, get set to play host to the number 6 seed, Elmhurst Blue Jays. Once again, here at Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin, I'm Chris Rouse on the call. And as I mentioned, postseason volleyball, the 3-seeded Firebirds, the 6-seeded Blue Jays, as we kick off the CCIW's opening round of the conference tournament. This will be one of 2 matches going on this evening simultaneously, as of course we got our matchup between Carthage and Elmhurst, but Illinois Wesleyan will be taking on Augustana. The winners of tonight's matchups will take on the number 1 seed North Park Vikings or take on number 2 Milliken. For Carthage as the 3 seed, if they win, they know they're going to Milliken. But tonight, it's all about the Elmhurst Blue Jays, and here's how the Blue Jays will start on the floor, led by head coach Cameron Andrew. He'll have number 2, Kellen Kennedy, number 5, Peyton Say, number 10, Elise Rawson, number 15, Keely Larson, number 20, Allie Reardon, number 25, Callie Phillips, and number 29, Lucy Anderson. Cameron Andrew in his 2nd season as coach, Leanne Ulmer in her 23rd season for the Firebirds, who have the black uniforms on, and they will start like this. Number 2, Liv Carroll, number 4, Katie Rowe, number 8, Lena Ajabola, number 9, Katie Boston, number 10, Jenna Damon is the libero. They also have number 20, Devin Bell, and we will start this match off with number 11, Cassidy Stahl, getting set to serve for the Firebirds to the left of your screen. As Cassidy Stahl will start us off. Pretty good energy here inside the Tarble Arena, as you are now tuned in to the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament here in Kenosha. Opening serve over clean for the Firebirds. Lucy Anderson. Outside hit for the Firebirds is out of play. Opening point to the Blue Jays. That was Rowe. Katie Rowe hit it a little bit too hard there, so Rowe with an error gives the serve to Elmhurst, and it'll be served by Reardon. Allie Reardon sends it over. Little hit for the Firebirds, and they get it right back. Katie Boston getting the Firebirds on the board. That is kill number 96 on the season for Boston. Jenna Damon wants to serve, the libero. Wearing the white uniform. It'll be easy to identify the liberos tonight, both wearing white. And Damon actually sends it over to her libero counterpart, Peyton Say. Blocked at the top by the Firebirds, and Rowe comes through. Katie Rowe had a team-leading 10 kills for Carthage when they defeated Elmhurst 3-1 2 weeks ago on October the 25th. 2 weeks ago from tomorrow. Ajabola slams it down. 3-1 Firebirds. Carthage Firebirds this season, 16-12, 5-3 in conference play. Elmhurst Blue Jays, 17-9, 3-5 in conference play. Say sets it into the air. Outside hit for the Blue Jays. Laid on. Devin Bell gets set up. Carroll blocked, out of bounds. Point to the Firebirds. Liv Carroll this season had 293 kills for the Firebirds to lead the way. Not going to get a kill there, but clearly had something to do with that ball being blocked out of play for the point. And then the service error straight in the net from Damon. We'll send it right back to Elmhurst. Damon with 34 service errors on the season now following that one. Here's Peyton Say, who has 16 aces on the season for Say. Does not get 17 there. Ajabola will get the kill as that ball goes about 4 rows into the seats. 5 serving 2. Carthage with a 3-point advantage on the board. Happy to be back here with you at Tarble Arena for CCIW women's volleyball action. What a play there. Set up on the outside by Elmhurst. Elise Rossing, the junior out of Maple Grove, Minnesota, gets the kill, makes it 5-3. 146 kills on the season for Rossing. Prior to that one, that was 147, obviously. Serve goes over clean for Elmhurst. Outside hit for Rowe, kept alive. Outside hit for Elmhurst, blocked down. Ajabola and Rowe both in the vicinity. I'd love to see how they score that one, but nonetheless point to Carthage. Look, Ajabola got more of that one than Rowe. And here's Aubrey Buhager coming on now. Buhager, the only player for Carthage to play in all 106 sets and gets an ace here in her 107th set play. Out of a possible 107 sets, the player you're looking at right now, Aubrey Buhager, has played in all 107 and got an ace to start off her 107th. Almost ran it back there. Ball hit over by Bell, kept alive by Elmhurst. Blocked at the top. Point to Elmhurst as it goes out of play off the hands of Kristina Manojlovic. Manojlovic named second team all CCIW for Carthage. But the serve will go to Elmhurst's Savannah Davis, first-year player out of Frisco, Texas. Davis with 19 aces on the season. Couldn't get her 20th there. Carthage's number 20 tried to set up the outside hit, but unsuccessful as Bell set it up for Manojlovic on the other side of the floor, but the ball long. 7-5 Carthage with 5 serving 7 on the scoreboard. Davis playing in her 82nd set of the season for the Blue Jays. Sends it over clean. Bell sets it up for Ajabola. Ajabola delivers a 3-point advantage. Number 8 gives Carthage 8 on the scoreboard, and now 8 will serve 5. But it will be number 6 sitting it over. That'll be Madeline Danielson, sophomore out of Geneva, Illinois. Over clean. Elmhurst sets it to the middle of the floor. Good play there for the Blue Jays. They set up a perfect hit in the middle for Keely Larson, sophomore out of San Diego, California. The CCIW Respect Award winner of the Elmhurst Blue Jays. And now Larson will serve. 85th set played of the season for Larson. 7 aces, looking for 8. And gets it. What a serve there for Larson. That sends the Blue Jays sideline into frenzy there, as you saw for a brief moment. Larson to serve again. Great energy, like I said early on here at Tarble Arena. Pretty good crowd as that ball goes long for a service error. You see the number of heads at the bottom of your shot on the screen at home when we go to the wide shot. A number of fans on both sides here at Tarble Arena as Bell serves it over. Elmhurst gets to the outside. That hit is long. Point to the Firebirds, and now Bell will serve again. Junior out of Lindenhurst, Illinois. Came on very early in the season for the Firebirds. Picks up an error there, but Bell early on proved to be a great fit for Coach Ulmer's team. I thought sort of the breakout game for her early on was the match against Wisconsin Stevens Point, despite it being a 3-1 loss for the Firebirds. She could have been the eye test MVP that evening, that Friday evening back in September. Ball served over here on a Tuesday evening in November. Hit to the outside, kept alive by Elmhurst. Bell sets it up, but the Birds, actually they do get the kill. I was thinking that maybe went long for Boston. Boston immediately looked at the official. He said that one was, and said it was touched. The official agreed. And as a result, we'll see Cassidy Stahl serving for the Firebirds. 11 serving 8, with Carthage's number 11 literally sending it over to Elmhurst's number 11. It was Davis who played it on first for Elmhurst. Carthage with the hit here. What a play there. Carroll picking out the spot right in front of the line. Spikes it down, almost just slapped it down. Carthage with a 12-8 advantage. Elmhurst will take an early timeout. We'll take one with them. 12-8 Carthage, the 3 seed, leading the 6 here in set 1 of the CCIW volleyball tournament. The first round underway here from the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We'll be back after this.
We'll get a coupon for free Culver's Sunday. Whichever happens first, you can win. Make sure to share the fireworks.
Back here at the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Carthage Firebirds with an early 12-8 advantage over the Elmhurst Blue Jays as we begin the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. Cassidy Stahl started the match off with the opening serve for the Firebirds. She'll resume the match out of this timeout once the Elmhurst Blue Jays are ready. As we mentioned, this one of 2 matches occurring in the CCIW Women's Volleyball quarterfinals, first round. Augustana at Illinois Wesleyan in the 4-5 matchup of the tournament. This, of course, the 3-6. North Park will await the lowest remaining seed. Or actually, excuse me, they'll await the winner of the Illinois Wesleyan Augustana matchup. And the Carthage Elmhurst winner will take on Milliken. Here's Stahl. Action resumes. Outside hit for Anderson, kept alive for the Firebirds. Now here's Rowe over the top. Kept alive by Davis. Blocked at the top of the net by the Firebirds. Long run for Damon, but Jenna Damon is able to keep it alive. Hit in the middle of the pit, or the middle of the floor for Boston, and she gets the point after all. Katie Boston hit that one perfectly right in the middle of the floor. It was picked away by Elmhurst for a moment, but when it came back to the net, Boston was able to knock it down. Anderson at the top blocked again, and it's scored again by Boston. Lucy Anderson this season, first team all CCIW, 212 kills, 29 in blue for Elmhurst, but so far today having a problem with number 9 for Carthage, Katie Boston. Diving effort from Bell. Kept it alive for the Firebirds, but it did not clear the extender on the one-hand punch effort from Damon. Point to Elmhurst. And as far as set 1 goes, it seemed like Elmhurst desperately needed that point, down 14-9. Reared in the serve. Almost got some assistance from the net. Reardon able to bump it into the air to keep it alive. Outside hit now for Elmhurst. It's in. Kill for Elise Rossing. That was a good play by Rossing. She just pretty much squared up to the net, hit it perfectly in the middle of the floor. And the Firebirds a little bit too close to the front line. And once again, too close to the front line. About 4 bodies to the line. Anderson puts it down perfectly where only one player can get it. That's Cassidy Stahl, and she was out of position. Elmhurst able to string together a few points here. And as I say that, service error. Allie Reardon on the error. Ajabola back in for the Firebirds is now Damon to serve. Damon sends it long. Reardon able to play it on. Ball hits in the middle of the floor. Great job again. There's a good kill for Lucy Anderson. Anderson had a number of solid hits early on here, but hit him right to Boston of Carthage. And now that makes it 15-12 Firebirds. And an error there on the serve from Elmhurst. That was Say. Peyton Say, senior out of Villa Park, Illinois, attended Willowbrook. Similar colors the Willowbrook Warriors to the Elmhurst Blue Jays. And there's a kill. Actually, no, it's going to be an error to the Blue Jays. That was close, awfully close to being an ace. But instead, the point goes to Elmhurst. Alexa Boyser in for the first time, junior out of Westmont, Illinois. Only her 27th set played of the season. And she picks up her 13th service error. That's now 13 errors to 9 aces for Boyser in 27 sets played. And now here is Buhager. So you go from a player who's played only 27 of a potential 91 sets to a player who's played all 107 for their respective team in Buhager. Damon plays it to the Iron Woman of this Firebird team, that is. Ball hit over the floor, and a kill. Good job by Elmhurst. Elmhurst has started to, they've begun to control the action to the front of the net here in this first set. I thought early on we saw Carthage in control mainly because of Boston against Anderson. But since the stretch where it was about 14-9 Carthage, Elmhurst has controlled the middle of the floor. And as a result, it's now 17-14. Since then, they've won 5-3. Outside hit. Played to the outside on the other side for Elmhurst. It's a setup, a perfect setup. Sometimes in volleyball, while you're trying to get that dig, you can bump it perfectly out of the air and over the net, where you give the other team the kill, and all Larson had to do was knock it down. And just like that, Elmhurst back within 2. Savannah Davis sends it over. Bit of a mishit by Damon, but kept alive. Carroll going for the hit. And that should be a kill for Carroll, and it is. Liv Carroll coming through in Carthage's time of need. 18-15 Firebirds. They'll now serve. And Danielson back in to serve. Danielson. Bit of a line drive, low line drive serve. Went over clean, however. Outside hit. And that ball close and in for Manojlovic, just inside the line. And Carthage takes a 19-15 advantage late in the first set. Elmhurst actually going to use both of their timeouts here, or their final timeout, as they are going to try to keep Elmhurst from, going to try to keep Carthage from getting those last 6 points to win this opening set. We'll keep it here for first round coverage of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament here at Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Chris Rouse on the call. And an early observation here in this first set, the middle of the net. It appeared that Carthage had control of the middle of the net. I just said a few moments ago it was 14-9 Firebirds up until the stretch where Elmhurst began to gain control. And since it was 14-9, Elmhurst has had the advantage in terms of the rallies with the play in front of the net. We've seen much more out of Lucy Anderson as of late. Meanwhile, early in the match, it was Liv Carroll and a number of other Firebird players, namely Lena Ajabola, who had helped the Firebirds control the net. But now with a 4-point advantage here in set 1, Madeline Danielson, the sophomore out of Geneva, Illinois, getting ready to serve the ball over to the Elmhurst Blue Jays as the Firebirds look to advance past the first round of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. Coach Leanne Omer in her 23rd season. I like the vest she's got on down there. Nice maroon, nice fall color. As now we're gonna get ready to serve it over and resume action. Outside hit opportunity for Elmhurst. Bell plays it to the middle of the floor. Boston has been in control for the Firebirds. I love when these players make us announcers look good throughout that entire timeout. Said Katie Boston had control of this match for Carthage prior to Elmhurst's rally as of late, and then Boston regains control for the Firebirds, and now an ace for Danielson. As now Carthage up 6, needing 4 to win the set, and remember Elmhurst is out of timeouts. All over clean. Almost another ace off the line drive serve. Buhager set it into the air. Milojevic outside hit, kept alive. Blocked at the top by Boston. That's going to be a point to Carthage on the violation. Elmhurst thought maybe Boston reached over. Instead, the violation to go against Elmhurst. I think that might have been too many hits. Maybe been a double hit, which would have been 4 for Elmhurst as the ball didn't make it over. Carroll to Bell, straight down the line. Milojevic got the kill. That was a beautiful set by the Firebirds. They went straight down the line. It was Carroll, Bell, and then they set it up to Milojevic on the outside. Devin Bell is actually doing a reenactment. She did a bit of a spin move set on the reenactment. She didn't spin in real time. And now Danielson sends it over. Middle of the floor for the Blue Jays. That's going to come up short on the left-handed punch. That was Larson who went for the left-handed punch. Left it short, and now set point for the Firebirds. The Firebirds fans on their feet. Danielson has controlled the serve for the last 5 points. Outside hit, kept alive by Buhager. Danielson to Milojevic. Outside hit, oh, beautiful play by Elmhurst as they set it up perfectly for Keely Larson. Larson had 140 kills on the regular season. And the Blue Jays desperately needed one to keep the set alive. Larson came through. 15 actually got them off her jersey number, making it 24-16, but Elmhurst is going to need an interesting rally to win this one. That'll help the cause. Long hit by Boston. Makes it 24-17. Elmhurst trying to stay alive here in set 1. Carthage will try to do it again. Larson to Bell. Middle of the floor for Carroll. Off the hands of Larson. And Carthage takes set 1. 25-17 from the Elmhurst Blue Jays. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with set 2 action from the Tarble Arena. You're watching the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament first round coverage here in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Congratulations to all these outstanding student athletes with CCIW Respect Award winners. At this time, Carthage Athletics would like to thank the following corporate sponsors: Doctors of Physical Therapy, the official physical therapy provider of Carthage Athletics; Palm Auto Stores; Satori Energy, Comprehensive Orthopedics; BSN Sports, Nike; Stella Hotel and Ballroom, Hampton Inn and Suites; The Mechanical Riley Construction; Pepsi, Public Brewing; Badger Bus, Parabel; Culver's, Jersey Mike's, Chick-fil-A, and Giordano's.
Set 2 getting ready to begin here at the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The Carthage Firebirds up 1-0 here. 25-17 the final score of set 1. When these two teams met just a little under 2 weeks ago, it was a Wednesday, so 2 weeks from tomorrow. 2 weeks ago from tomorrow, since these last two teams met, it was Carthage with a 3-1 win as they were able to win the final set 25-23. But now here is Elmhurst getting ready to start set 2. This one to be Kellen Kennedy. In that match, Kennedy had a match-high 17 assists for the Elmhurst Blue Jays. They're going to need her to assist their comeback as she starts it off with an ace. Susan starts off with a serve, looking for an ace. And the point does go to Elmhurst, just not in the form of the ace, led by Kellen Kennedy. 17 assists, as I mentioned, when these two teams met earlier this season. She had a regular season total of 544 assists. Picks up a service error, 51 at least on the season for Kennedy. 37 aces entering the match compared to the 50 errors entering the match. That's going to be a long error for Damon. That was well hit. That almost looked like she hit the ball where at the point where the hand and wrist meets. I mean, she got underneath it, and when you hit the ball like that, it's almost as if you're throwing it. As you can see it when she punched through. Bell for Carroll on the outside. Good setup for Carroll. Played on by her numerical counterpart, Kennedy. And she sets it up now for Rossing, who gets the kill. Reardon back to serve. Reardon, second team all CCIW. All sent over. Blocked at the top of the net. And the point to Elmhurst. Allie Reardon to serve again. Out of a possible 91 sets this season, Reardon leads the way for Elmhurst. 90 played, including this one, and the one played earlier. Reardon. Now an outside hit. Point again to Elmhurst. So Allie Reardon, including our 2 sets tonight, with 91 sets played on the season. 91 of a possible 92 sets. And she has helped Elmhurst gain an early 5-1 advantage here in set 2. We'll keep it here. As you can see, the Elmhurst sideline, they've been fired up all evening. You can see number 19, Jada Wiley. She's been one of the lead cheerleaders on that sideline for this Elmhurst team, which looks to win this matchup as the number 6 seed. They went 17-9 in the regular season, 3-5 in conference play. They come into this match having won 4 of their last 5, and in 3 of those 4 wins, they've only lost 2 sets. So what that means is in these for their last 5 matches, they've won 4 of them. That means in those matches, they've only played 9 sets. And it's been a pretty good run. Excuse me, they played 9 sets in 3 matches, in a combined 3 matches. And then they played 5 in the other. So they've won 12 of 14 sets in 4 of their last 5, including 3 matches where it was just straight through 3-0. So for Elmhurst, coming in a relatively fresh, wrapping up the regular season. Meanwhile, this is a Carthage team coming in relatively hot. I mean, they've won 5 of their last 6. But they've had to go the long way to win many of them. Gustavus Adolphus was a pretty tough one as they won 3-2 back on the 14th. And then, of course, they beat Wisconsin Lacrosse on November the 4th. Gustavus Adolphus, typically a tough out. But Carthage able to get it done 3-2. Action resuming here for the Firebirds. Ball hit over by Ajibola, long to Elmhurst. Reardon and the Blue Jays, they've controlled the serve the majority here of set 2. Reardon plays it to the middle. Ajibola tries to tap it over. Almost got it down. Played the wrong way by Elmhurst, but kept alive. Bell to Carroll, blocked. That's a perfect block by Anderson. You've earned the right to celebrate, Lucy. That was beautiful. Got both hands up, sends it down right in the middle of the floor. 7-1 Elmhurst. Talk about a response. And Ajabola sends it long. Point Blue Jays. It is 8-1 Elmhurst. And now reared in. That's a long run kept alive by Backus. Kinsey Backus did not play in the first set in here in set 2. Outside hit for Carroll. Kept alive in the middle of the floor by Kennedy. Outside hit now for Elmhurst, blocked at the top by Ajabola. She's had her hands on a few plays here. Bell, whistle, violation against Carthage. Double hit. It's a double hit, which would have been a nice kill for Kinsey Backus, the first-year player out of Plainfield, Illinois. But the double hit will negate the entire action. 9-1. And Carthage gets a break on the service error. Much needed break for Carthage. As now they're going to bring their setter Bell back in there. Carthage has been on their heels the majority of this set. Really no need for Bell. Really no need for a setter when you're trying to stop the other team from controlling the serve. There's Ajabola. There's Bell. Sets it up. Middle of the floor. Ball kept alive, or maybe not, or is it? Actually, I'm going to say it was an illegal hit against Carthage all along, 10-2. As Peyton Sable controlled the serve. Carthage won set 1 of this match 25-17 as you see the error. Carthage won set 1 of this match 25-17 when these two teams met at Elmhurst a little under 2 weeks ago. Elmhurst's only win came in set 3. That was a 25-19 win. A pair of 25-23 losses in set 1 and set 4, with 25-18 being the deciding count in set 2. That was the biggest win for Carthage on the evening. Bell runs it down, stops just short of the table. Carroll keeps it alive, outside hit and down. Point to the Blue Jays. Is Omer gonna use the timeout? Let's see if it's gonna come here. Actually, no. No, Carthage is gonna play it on here. Alexa Boyser to serve again. Had a service error early in the match. Did Boyser. Bell, outside hit set up. Great job on the dig by Reardon. Ajabola, Bell, right back to Ajabola. Elmhurst able to keep it alive. Ajabola, Bell, they'll try the other side. Point to Elmhurst. Carthage thought they got one. The official raised the wrong arm there. He was gonna say right, I think he meant to go left. Point goes to Elmhurst. Boyser to serve. And timeout, Carthage 12-3. Our score as the Elmhurst Blue Jays have responded in a big way in set 2 after taking a 25-17 defeat in set 1. They're getting ready to shout here at the Tarble Arena. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament action after this. Back here at Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin, you're watching the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. First round coverage as the Carthage Firebirds take on the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Elmhurst thoroughly in control here in set 2 as they have a 12-3 advantage. Carthage took set 1 with a score of 25-17. here in set 2, it was Allie Reardon who controlled the serve for the Blue Jays, and now Alexa Boyser looking to do the same. 12 serving 3, and it goes over clean. Bell knocks it down. Great awareness by Devin Bell. That'll bring Carthage back with an 8. Still relatively early in the set. I don't think of it as being late into the set, so maybe to get about 15. And maybe even later than that, 20. Now the ball goes over clean. Plate to the middle of the floor. Bell, outside hit. Kept alive by Elmhurst. Blocked at the top. They'll re-rack it and try it again. It goes down on the other side of the net this time for Larson, as Elmhurst extends their lead back to 9. And our first look at Jada Wiley on the court. We've seen her showing us those moves off the court after the Elmhurst points. So now Wiley, the junior out of Missouri, appearing in her 78th set of the season. She sent it over clean to Wiley. It's blocked by Elmhurst, and it's now 14-4. They had a pair of players at the net. Lacey Kaiser was there, as was Larson. Wiley to serve again. This time point goes to Carthage. Makes it 14-5 Elmhurst. Great Tuesday night action here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So now Bell got it over clean. Outside hit opportunity, kept alive. And booked over the top of the net for the kill. Firebirds cutting into the lead, 14-6. Bell to serve again. Bell got it over. Nice dive by Wiley to get the dig. Bell set it up to the outside. Kept alive by Say. That's hit well long by Lacey Kaiser. Senior out of St. Joseph, Illinois, had just been credited with a block a few points back. Now should be credited with an error. 14-7. Elmhurst still with the advantage despite receiving the serve here. Nice diving effort by Damon. Manojlovic. Outside hit again. Blocked at the top by Manojlovic, but that's going to go out of play. Elmhurst up 15-7, and this is what I meant by a bit late. This is what I meant by 15 is late in the set to me. 15-7, 8-point advantage. What do you think is more likely? Carthage can get 8 to tie Elmhurst. Think they could get 18 before Elmhurst can get 10? We'll find out. Bell, outside hit. There's one. Bell sets up Carroll, makes it 15-8. That is the 5th kill of the evening for Carroll. So based on Carroll's numbers entering the season, that would be 298. So her next 2 put her at 300 kills on the season. Wiley receives the serve. Outside hit. Good head of steam, and it leads to the kill. Great job by Reardon. I thought Reardon had a good head of steam there. She took about 2 or 3 steps before she got towards her charge toward the net. So when she got to the net, all she had to do was place the ball. And as she did that, she got the point. Junior out of Appleton, Wisconsin, Kellen Kennedy in the serve. Set number 90 on the season for Kennedy. They got a ball that just rolled on the floor, and we're going to have a stoppage. That ball that you see rolling on the floor there literally rolled out of the crowd. I'm not sure who had it. It appeared there were a few young girls down there that have a mix of those balls, and I think it rolled about 3 or 4 rows down the bleachers and onto the court. So we'll have to reserve. Carroll going for the kill. Couldn't get it. Bell sets it up to the outside. Bit of a mishit, double hit actually, will go to Carthage. That's how much of a mishit it was. It's a violation on Kellen Kennedy. I briefly chuckled because the girl who dropped her ball down the stairs ran up the stairs and asked someone, where'd that ball go? So we got a young fan in the crowd looking for a ball. And actually, she's just been given another one. So here's Elmhurst on the floor. Blocked at the top by Carroll. Blocked at the top by Ajabola. Third time, not the charm for Carthage anyway. It is for Elmhurst. A pair of solid blocks at the top for the Firebirds. But if first you don't succeed, try again for Elmhurst. Bell to Carroll. Just tried to set it over, kept alive. Outside play, they faked it to the outside. That was a great play by Elmhurst. Anderson was set up perfectly in the middle of the floor. I had my eyes on Callie Phillips, 25. She did a great cut towards the outside extender of the net. But just a diversion. Meanwhile, Reardon sends her serve line drive into the net. 18-10. 10 serving 18 with Carroll on the serve. Carroll. Outside hit for Elmhurst. Punched into the air, but out of play. And long point to Elmhurst. That was Cassidy Stahl right off the hand. Remember, we saw Damon do that earlier. Where it looked like she sort of hit the ball with the point of the hand where the wrist and the hand meet, which tends to be pretty hard. It means you're going to get underneath it most times. Total opposite of that hit there from Rowie, where she was able to get down on the ball and get the kill. Buhager on to serve. Senior out of Oconto, Wisconsin, sends it over. That's a bit of a mishit. Point to Carthage. That ball didn't even make it over the net. As Larson had a solid placement there. She's in the middle of the floor. Could have went for the kill, went for the spike there. When she spiked it straight down. They tried again with Larson. This time it's met by Carroll. Middle of the floor again for Larson. They literally tried that same play 3 times in a row. Just run Larson to the middle of the floor. One of them was short, resulted in a Carthage point. The second one was Carroll, keeping it alive. The third one got Elmhurst to 20 in set 2. 20-12 our score. And an ace for the Blue Jays. Alexa Boyser flips the score here, makes it 21-12. Inverses on the scoreboard is what I was trying to say there. Here's Bell. Outside hit, just inside the line. Minovich with the kill. Carthage down 8 here in set 2. They're gonna bring their reinforcements in here, so to speak. Madeline Danielson controlled the serve for Carthage at the end of set 1. Even has an ace to the point of the match. Line drive serve goes over. Elmhurst crosses the floor for the outside hit. Bell tried to do the same. Elmhurst gets the block. Larson going to be credited with it, most likely. She got the hit, the most contact on that ball, and her hit went straight down. Jada Wiley. Wiley to serve. Gets it to the back line. Bell to Carroll, off the hand of Wiley. Carthage back with an 8, 22-14 Blue Jays. See if Carthage can control the serve here for a few points. Elmhurst only needs 3. For Carthage, you got to try to string together 3 or 4 in a row here. Wiley to Reardon. Reardon will keep that from happening by making it 23-14 Elmhurst. Late in set 2 for the Firebirds. Larson's had an amazing set for the Blue Jays. She'll serve it over clean as Carroll's set goes the opposite way. Almost a miscommunication, but Damon got it over clean for the Firebirds. Damon also keeps it alive. Carroll going for the kill. Bumped well in the air by Boyser. Blocked at the top of the net by Carthage. Manojlovic gets the kill for the Firebirds. Great effort by Wiley to try to run it down for Elmhurst, but unsuccessful. Stall to serve. Stall gets it over clean. Outside hit. Was deflected by the Firebirds, but kept alive by Damon. Hit in the air by Boston, no point. Bell, outside hit set up. Pretty good matchup here, pretty good rally. Blocked at the top by Boston, it went the other way. She tried to block it down and sort of just deflected and skipped through. And a point to Elmhurst, makes it set point. Kellen Kennedy in to serve. 8 assists so far for Kennedy. She'll pick up an error there on the serve. Makes it 24-16 after Carthage. You get to control it here the rest of the way. You'll have to control it here the rest of the way. With Elmhurst having set point. Damon sends it over to Wiley. Outside hit opportunity. Blocked out of play. Point to Elmhurst, and they take set 2, 25-16 from the Carthage Firebirds. So Carthage won set 1, 25-17. Elmhurst takes set 2, 25-16. And now set 3, a pivotal one, when we return to the Tarble Arena. This is the first round of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament here from the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We'll be back after this. CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament here at the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'm Chris Rouse on the call. We get ready for a pivotal third set between the Carthage Firebirds and the Elmhurst Blue Jays. And there's a look at your final CCIW Women's Volleyball standings. There you see Elmhurst right at the cut line, 3-5 in CCIW play, 17-8 overall. And the interesting thing when you look at these standings in the CCIW is the record of some of the teams at the bottom, such as Augustana, the 5 seed, Elmhurst, the 6, in comparison to Carthage and Illinois Wesleyan. On paper overall, Milliken, Carthage, and Illinois Wesleyan more losses, but when it comes down to conference play, you see Milliken 7-1, Carthage, Illinois Wesleyan both 5-3. Meanwhile, the Elmhurst Blue Jays 17-8, and Augustana at 22-7. It really stands out to me that a 22-7 Augustana team is sitting at the 5 seed, 4-4 in conference play, and they too are in action right now against Illinois Wesleyan as the CCIW first round continues. Here's a look at our stats to this point in the matchup. There you see the hitting percentage favoring Elmhurst, blocks favoring Carthage 5-3, digs also favoring Carthage by 4. Only 2 aces for each side. Meanwhile, assists 1+1 in favor of Elmhurst. Right now, we're just about deadlock. The hitting percentage is favoring Elmhurst. That pretty much indicates Carthage has got to get out of their own way with the attack errors to this point of the matchup. And let's see if that is the winning adjustment needed for the Firebirds as we push along here for a pivotal third set. Once again, Chris Rouse on the call from the Tarble Arena, reminding you that coming up live on Carthage.edu. There you see what's coming up Thursday. Men's wrestling against Concordia, Wisconsin. The Falcons coming in. And then also on Tuesday, November the 14th, we got men's and women's wrestling going up against North Central. And then on Wednesday, November the 15th, Lake Forest Foresters make the short trip in here to Kenosha to take on the Carthage Firebirds on the hardwood. So if you are a fan of Carthage Firebirds athletics, there you have it, plenty of wrestling. And then, of course, basketball action right here at the Tarble Arena. All of it right here at the Tarble Arena. Set 3, getting ready to begin. Leanne Ulmer in her 23rd season for the Firebirds. We'll send Devin Bell out to start off the third set. Third-year player, the junior, is Bell. We are ready to play. Bell so far with a kill and 3 digs in the matchup. And a quick kill for Carthage. Ella Pettinger with the kill. Pettinger was the CCIW Respect Award nominee for Carthage, or winner, I should say, for Carthage. Each team with one nominee that was named, essentially the Respect recipient. Now here's a kill for Elmhurst. It was Keely Larson. By the way, the CCIW Respect Award representative for Elmhurst was Larson. While here's Reardon. Nice diving effort from Bell, but unable to get there. 2-1 Blue Jays. They're going crazy on that bench. You got one player doing the handstand. It's Meredith Rowe over there. Now here is a hit to the near side on the outside. Northovich hits it right into the hands of the block. And the first-year player out of Skokie, Illinois, gets the point for, actually got the point for Carthage as the ball went out of play. Off the block. Now the serve goes over clean. Outside hit. That looked like he hit the net, and it did. Point to Carthage as Elise Rossing was able to wind up, but her hit goes straight to the net. 3-2 Firebirds. Pivotal third set. And that'll help Carthage gain some breathing room as they're going chest bump crazy on the Carthage sideline, right behind the server, Buhager. Makes it 4-2 Carthage. Ball went over clean for Buhager. Anderson hit it to the back line. Nice effort by both Buhager and Damon to keep it alive. And Buhager again on the dig. Bell over to Rowe. Bell sets it up to the middle of the floor. The kill for the Firebirds. Pettinger gets the kill, makes it 5-2. Second kill of the evening for 17 in black. Ball hit over. Outside hit for Elmhurst. Off the hands of Bell and down. Point goes to the Blue Jays. 5-3 Firebirds. Now you're going to see Peyton Say serve here for Elmhurst. Say sends it over. Bell to the outside. Rowe got underneath it. Bell to Damon. Carroll going for the kill, kept alive. And that one off the hand of Carroll and down. Elise Rossing with a hard hit. Carroll tried to block it, but when it hit Carroll's hand, the deflection sort of just died at her feet. Meanwhile, that hit from Say goes long out of play. Makes it 6-4 Carthage with 6 serving 4. as it'll be Jenna Damon. The libero for this Firebird team sends it over to the Elmhurst libero. Ball blocked at the top of the net. Out of play to Elmhurst on the point. 6-5 our score in set 3. Alexa Boyser has an ace and 2 digs already in the match. Bell to Carroll. She's blocked at the net, and that's a huge block for the Elmhurst Blue Jays, courtesy of Elise Rossi. The junior out of Maple Grove, Minnesota, ties this pivotal set at 6 apiece, and now a pivotal point in the match. Damon set up for Rowie, and the home team comes through with a point when they need it. And now Liv Carroll on to serve for the Firebirds. 7-6 Carthage. Carroll gets it over clean. Larson blocked at the top of the net. Well hit ball there across the floor from Rossing. This sends the Firebirds scrambling. And we're back tied at 7. Jada Wiley on the serve. What a huge serve this could be. Either way, Wiley to Bell. Rowie for the kill, blocked. Almost a double hit. Larson over the top. Damon keeps it alive. Rowie again re-racks it and kills it for Carthage. 8-7 score. Rowie does the dirty work. Now she'll get a breather. Cassidy Stahl back in. Stahl looking to get the Fireworks some breathing room here at Tarble Arena. Instead, we're going to be tied again at 8 on the scoreboard. So Larson will serve. Larson. Bell sets it up. Well hit, but it's kept alive off the hands of Larson. Bell to Ajabola. Larson just a little bit to her left on that one as the ball goes down for Ajabola. Lena Ajabola, the senior out of Lockport, Illinois, comes through huge there. Now Madeline Danielson back in. Danielson with an ace already in the match. Great job controlling the serve at the end of set 2 for the Firebirds. And a kill for Elmhurst. So now the Blue Jays have tied the game at 9 here. Here comes Kellen Kennedy on the serve here for the Blue Jays. Kennedy sends it over. Bell sets it up perfectly and a kill for Pettiger. Junior from Dubuque, Iowa coming through. And now the junior from Lindenhurst, Illinois to serve. Bill gets it over. Outside hit from Elmhurst, blocked at the top. Another try for the Blue Jays, blocked again. Third time, not quite a charm, Bill. Outside hit for Anderson. Anderson had been quiet. Quiet for quite a while, but comes over the kill here. And now Elmhurst to serve with Reardon. Reardon serves it over. Bill has to run out of position. Carroll gets it over. Violation against Carthage. Double hit. against Carroll. You can see Leanne Ulmer in the background saying, settle down. Just make it simple. Just make a simple side set. What she was saying to Carroll as she walked off the court there. Or walked back into position. Here's Damon. Bell sets it up outside. It's blocked. Carroll to Bell. Back to Carroll. Blocked again. Damon. Carroll sends it over. It's blocked out of play. Point to Carthage. Breathing room hard to come by for both teams. So it'll be Buhager to serve. Buhager gets it over clean. Elmhurst sets to the outside, blocked at the top of the net and down. Looked like it could have been a double block for Rowe and Pettinger, as they both were there. Nonetheless, Carthage takes the 1-point advantage. Buhager serve went over clean. Damon, that was going to be a tough run for Damon. Jenna Damon was all ready to come back towards the floor. The ball went obviously the opposite way to the bench. Great effort, but that was going to be a tough turn for anyone to try to run that down. Say sends it over. Say with 7 digs to this point of the match. The libero for Elmhurst. Carroll sets it to the outside. Damon keeps it alive off the block. Elmhurst gonna need some of that same magic, but they don't get it as Rowe comes through, junior out of Palos Heights, Illinois. Representing Shepherd High School is Katie Rowe. 5th kill of the match for Rowe. Damon sends it over again. And that's gonna be an ace for Damon. Jenna Damon sends the Carthage sideline into a chest bump frenzy. 14-12. Damon got it over clean. Blocked at the top for Larson. Ajabola couldn't get the kill and the point. 15-12 Firebirds. Timeout Elmhurst. Carthage has gotten all the breaks as of late in this pivotal 3rd set, and as a result, they have a 3-point advantage. 15-12 in set 3. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more from Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament continues here with first round action. Carthage Firebirds, the 3 seed, the Elmhurst Blue Jays, the 6 seed. Carthage leading 15-12 here in set 3, match tied at 1 apiece. Elsewhere in the tournament, Illinois Wesleyan up 2-0 against Augustana, 25-15 set 1, 25-19 set 2. Augustana trying to avoid being swept and keep their season alive at the moment, leading 9-6 in set 3. Meanwhile, this set 3 is a pivotal one with the home team leading 15-12. Here is Damon to serve as action resumes. Ball hit to the outside. Bell to Ajabola. Looked like a good touch when she first got there. It's blocked by Elmhurst as Rossing puts it down. Boys are in to serve. And Boyser sends it over. Almost a mishit for Carthage. but it's kept alive by Rowe. Violation against Elmhurst. It's 16-13. 16 to serve 13 now. As Liv Carroll steps back in to serve. Carroll sends it over. Outside hit, blocked at the top of the net. Bit of a miscommunication there, and is what it appeared to be. Also, it appeared that the ball got stuck almost on the arm of Ajibola as her and Bill both got there at the same time. Now Jada Wiley, as a result, will serve for Elmhurst. Carthage got a 3-point advantage, couldn't quite pull away from Elmhurst here in this third set. As I say that, Roy was trying to give them some breathing room, and does. Once again, just a bit of a miscommunication for Elmhurst. And they're going to take a timeout. You can see the frustration from Cameron Andrew as that ball will hit the ground. And Carthage with a 3-point advantage. Kenzie Backus showing us her moves as the Firebirds enjoy the 3-point advantage here at the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. 6 teams represented here. It'll be the number 1 seed North Park Vikings, the number 2 seed Milliken, and then of course the 3 seed Carthage taking on 6 seed Elmhurst, and then 4 seed Illinois Wesleyan taking on 5 seed Augustana. Semi-final action will occur Thursday with the winner of this matchup going to take on Milliken, and the winner of the Augustana Illinois Wesleyan matchup going to take on North Park. If results hold, North Park will take on Illinois Wesleyan. And if results hold here, we still don't know who will win just yet, but the score indicates that Carthage would have the advantage following this third set. And it would be Carthage taking on Milliken in a 2-3 matchup with a potential 1-4 matchup between North Park, Illinois Wesleyan. You see the Firebirds re-entering the floor. Cassidy Stahl. Started this match off with the opening serve, and she'll resume it here in set 3. Played to the middle of the floor for Larson. That's blocked. Great block by Ajibola. Bell for Ajibola off the hand. Outside hit. Carroll bumps into the air. Bell just sends it over herself with the set. Damon kept it alive off the hard hit from Elmhurst. They'll try it again, will the Blue Jays. Reared it unsuccessful again. Carroll, violation, point to Elmhurst. Official calls a double hit against Carroll. Obviously, a lot of the Firebirds fans didn't like that call. But it's 17-15 on our scoreboard. Bell, outside hit, kept alive. Violation, and the point goes to Elmhurst. 18-15, you see Ajibola right next to Coach Ulmer. Ajibola come off the floor as Danielson comes back in to serve. Madeline Danielson keeps in it at a huge set of serves for the Firebirds at the end of set 1. Which leads to their 25-17 set 1 win. And an outside hit for a kill for Elmhurst. Lacey Kaiser coming through. That'll be Callie Phillips onto the floor. And Kennedy to serve. Kennedy with 8 assists and 6 digs. 1 service error as well to this point in the matchup. Middle of the floor for Carthage. Well struck. Well struck in the middle of the floor for the Firebirds as Pettinger comes through. Now Bell. Devin Bell. few bounces here. Left-handed serve. Went over clean. And a bit of a mishit off the block attempt from Elmhurst sends the ball well out of play. Bell with a chance to give Carthage some breathing room. They already lead by 4 here. If you can get to 22 here at 22-16, you gotta be feeling good about your chances to take a 2-1 lead in the match. Play was to Carroll on the outside, kept alive by Elmhurst. Play to the outside this time is blocked and kept alive for the Blue Jays. 4 was Carthage's largest, was the largest lead for Carthage in the set. It's back to 3 now as a result of that point. Let's see if Elmhurst can find themselves back level after stringing together a few points here. Carroll says no, they will not be able to do so as she gets the ball over. And that was a tough play for Elmhurst. That ball looked like it was going to land either on or inside the line. So any contact would have been a point to Carthage anyway. As we saw, even if you let it go, not so sure that would have been a point anyway with a perfect landing. Buhager sent it over perfectly, but Lucy Anderson with another kill. We haven't seen much of 29 in Navy here in this 3rd set. The contact she has made has been huge. Damon played it over the far side to the far right. Firebirds, it was blocked. That one blocked off the net and off the hand. Actually, no, out of play. Just missing the hand of Rossing. I thought maybe her right hand caught a piece of the ball. That was not the case, and Elmhurst got the point. 21-19, another timeout. As the Blue Jays look to rally back, we'll take a quick breather as we get ready to wrap up set 3 on the other side of this break. Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Chris Rouse here on the call as the Carthage Firebirds currently lead the Elmhurst Blue Jays 21-19 in set 3. Match tied at a set apiece here. And first round action of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. Elsewhere in first round action, Illinois Wesleyan up 2-0 over Augustana. That match in set 3 with Augustana leading 15-13, looking to avoid a sweep. Elmhurst was able to do just the same by winning set 2, 25-16. But now, Elmhurst controlling the serve, trailing by 2. In set 3, ball sent over. Bell to the outside, Rowe got the kill! Firebirds extend the lead. Jenna Damon wants to serve. An ace and 15 digs for number 10 in white, the libero for Leanne Olmer's Firebirds. That is just a vicious kill for Elise Rossing. 10 kills on the evening for Elmhurst, number 10. One ace on the evening for Elmhurst, number 1. Boyser couldn't get her second one. Carroll goes for the kill, unsuccessful. Blocked at the top of the Firebirds. Ball out of play. Great call by Elmhurst. They call out. It was really more so Larson. You can see smiling 15. And she was the one who yelled out as there was almost a bit of a mishit. Carthage will take the timeout here. As it's 22-21 Firebirds. As they try to wrap up this third set and take a 2-1 advantage and put themselves one step closer to a semifinal date with Milliken. It's been fun being with you all this season here on Carthage.edu, the home for all Carthage Firebirds athletics. Plenty of wrestling coming up this week and next week, and then basketball beginning against Lake Forest next Wednesday. But it's been fun being with you all season here from Tarble Arena, as this appears to be the final home matchup for the Firebirds in women's volleyball, unless, of course, they find a way to match up against the 5 seed Augustana or the 4 seed Illinois Wesleyan at some point somewhere down the road. As there you see the upcoming coverage here on live.carthage.edu, men's wrestling against Concordia, Wisconsin Thursday. And then next Tuesday, a week from now, women's and men's wrestling versus North Central. And women's basketball against Lake Forest. Carthage Firebirds Athletics right here on Carthage.edu. Third set continues with Boyser. Outside hit, Rowe with the soft touch, got it to go! Katie Rowe coming up big. Carthage by 2 in set 3. And they send number 2, Carroll, to serve. It goes over clean. Blocked at the net. Another try again from Rossing. Numerical counterpart Damon keeps it alive. Larson, deflected. No, it's hit long. I thought maybe it was deflected at the net. It's just a long hit from Larson. Carthage looking to win set 3. Carroll, an error into the net. That has sent all the Carthage fans down here. Maybe it won't sit them down, but it'll at least calm them down for at least one more serve. Jada Wiley to serve. Wiley sends it over. Bell for Rowe. Off the net and down. That's a tough break for Carthage. Rowe hit it perfectly. It was blocked, and then it bounced straight into the air along the net, and then when it landed on the Carthage side of things. Wiley to tie it. Damon to Bell. Carroll sends it over. Outside hit. Violation. Carthage wins set 3. 25-23 Firebirds, and when we return, the Firebirds will have the opportunity to advance to the CCIW Women's Volleyball Semifinals. We'll take a break. We'll show you some highlights during our break, but when we return to the Tarble Arena, the Firebirds will look to win this CCIW first round matchup against the Elmhurst Blue Jays. We'll be back after this. Here's a look at some of the action from set 3. Live from Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin, you're watching the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. This is first round action between the 6 seed Elmhurst Blue Jays and the 3 seed Carthage Firebirds. AC coming up here on live.carthage.edu. Here's our schedule for the remaining week ahead, and also in the next week, Thursday, we'll have men's wrestling against Concordia. Also, if volleyball wins tonight, they'll be on the road against Milliken Thursday at 7 p.m. And then, of course, you see November the 14th, next Tuesday, women's and men's wrestling versus North Central, and then women's basketball action against the Lake Forest Foresters right here on carthage.edu. Once again, from Tarble Arena, Chris Rouse on the call. Set 4 about to begin. Here's a recap of what we've seen so far in our matchup between the Firebirds and the Blue Jays. Carthage took set 1, 25-17. Elmhurst responded with a bit of a statement set, not even a bit, with a statement set in set 2. They jumped out on Carthage early, had a 12-3 lead at one point in set 2, ended up winning 25-16, but in set 3, a pivotal one, which was close all the way through, Carthage able to pull away with a 25-23 win. And the largest lead of that set really was a close third set. The largest lead of set 3 was a 4-point advantage for Carthage as they led 20-16. That's saying something after Carthage, again, trailed 12-3 in set 2. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 9-1 at one point in that second set as well. So for Carthage, that was can't really say the third set was a statement set, maybe the way Elmhurst made theirs in set 2, but definitely the set you wanted out of the Firebirds because you came away with the win. Could be the final set of the season for the Elmhurst Blue Jays. If it is, this is Kellen Kennedy starting it off. The Blue Jays are going to do everything they can to prevent that as we begin this fourth set. Here's Bell to the outside. Point to Elmhurst. Ball did not make it back over the extenders for Minorlovic. So that's a good start for Elmhurst with Kennedy. Kennedy to serve again. Carroll got a piece of it. That ball went entirely the wrong way for Carthage. I thought the entire team was going to get a touch on it, the way the thing ping-ponged around. But definitely 4 hits for the Firebirds. Makes it 2-0 Elmhurst. Now Elmhurst's number 2 with her third serve after getting them 2 quick points. Bell sets it up for Minorlovic. Great hands, referee, as that ball was blocked right into them by Anderson for Elmhurst. Evan Bell to serve. 1 kill and 4 digs for the junior out of Lindenhurst. Outside hit. Kept alive by Minorlovic. Bell set it right back up to the middle of the floor. Pettinger got a piece of it. And the point goes to Elmhurst as that ball was out of play. Allie Reardon to serve. Bell played in the middle of the floor by Carthage. Anderson off the hand of Bell. 4-1 Carthage. This 4-1 Carthage trailing, but Elmhurst with the advantage. But this is almost looking similar to how Elmhurst came out and made a statement against Carthage in set 2. Jumped on their head early in set 2. Bell to Minorlovic. That's a tough break for Rossing, who did a good job of getting a hand on it to keep it alive. But the second hit just knocked it straight down. And Carthage doing much better in this one than they did in set 2. Did not wait for it to be 9-1 before they got the second point. Cassidy stalled on the serve there. Carroll to Bell. Outside hit for Rowe. Anderson sent it over. Carroll to Damon. Anderson. Outside hit again. Rowe with the block. What a play by Rowe. feel like you can say that about the majority of the match. Katie Rowe has been key. And now Carthage back within one, still down. Outside hit, Kara blocked it out of play. Point to Elmhurst, Blue Jays by 2. Peyton Say to serve. Say sends it over. Bell sets it up. Kept alive by Elmhurst. Was struck there by Larson. Outside hit opportunity blocked by Rowe. Like Rowe got a hand on it. The Firebirds cut back into it. That Elmhurst lead again. 5-4. This is a huge point here for Carthage. Can they tie it? They do with an ace. Damon comes through. So Damon gets the ace. And now she'll look for another one. Sent it to Say again. Seen a lot of libero hitting it to the libero this evening. However, Elmhurst's libero able to keep it alive and redirect the ball for a point. Alexa Boyser. Boyser sends it over. Bell hit to the outside. Rowe again coming through with the kill. Rowe has 9 kills this evening. And honestly, her in Boston, the 2 Katies, have been the MVPs via the eye test, if you ask me this evening. Middle of the floor now. Kept alive by Carroll. Bell to Rowe. Kept alive by Say. Rossing into the net. Point to Carthage. That's unfortunate for Rossing. At least Rossing has been, I was mentioning the eye test MVPs being the 2 Katies for Carthage. It's been Rossing for Elmhurst. And a block, but it favors Elmhurst. There's another play you can throw in there for Elmhurst. Larson. I was really going with Rossing here. Rossing with 12 kills in the match. Rossing with 12 kills, Larson with 6. As Jada Wiley in the serve. Ajabola, she had a pretty good start early on for Carthage. Bell got a hand on it. Carroll did a great job with the bump to keep it alive. Rowe going for the kill. Wiley kept it alive. Off the net. Bell to Ajabola, blocked by Larson. Pivotal point here. Carroll to Say. Ball played in front of the net. Ajabola to Bell. Rowe sends it over. Pretty good back and forth here. And a kill. Great rally there. And it results in Elmhurst getting a much needed point. Allie Reardon coming through. Wiley to serve again. Bell to Carroll. Off the hands of Say. Tied at 8. Diving effort by Peyton Say. But the ball takes a nice long deflection towards the Elmhurst bench. Aubrey Buhager. 2 aces and 10 digs for Buhager. The only Carthage Firebird to have played in every set this season, 110, including this one. Long hit for Elmhurst. Point to Carthage. Actually, no, they're going to redirect it to Elmhurst. I was thinking that was a close play. There appeared to be a deflection at the net. And honestly, from where I sit well above the arena, it did appear that was deflected. Coach Leanne Ulmer is upset. She can't believe that the officials missed that one or made the call one way and then changed it in such a pivotal point in the match here. It makes it 9-8. I'm sure the Carthage fans will say ball don't lie there as you get the service error to give it right back to the Firebirds. So if you feel maybe a bad call gave Elmhurst 0.9, Carthage didn't even have to move for their 9th point on the error. A true ball don't lie moment almost, depending on which side of the argument you're on. And oh, nice try for the kill there by Pettinger. Pettinger couldn't knock it down there. Carroll bumped it off the hands out of play. Unfortunate for Carthage. I thought Ella Pettinger had a great placement on that set to the floor, but it was the diving air effort on the pancake to get the dig for Elmhurst as they keep it alive. Kennedy started this set with the serve. And with a 10-9 advantage, she serves for the Blue Jays now. And now digs the ball from her numerical counterpart, Carroll. Almost a double hit by Manojlovic, and Manojlovic got the kill. And you can hear, well, you can't quite hear him, but you can see Coach Cameron Andrew, who immediately after that point, he ran on the floor almost to say, you gotta keep playing. You see about 3 or 4 players for Elmhurst. They thought the play should have been dead, and the ball should have been dead for a double hit. Action resumed. Carthage got the kill, but now on this end, Elmhurst gets the point back, almost similar to how we just saw Carthage get a bottom line moment. Elmhurst gets one. Reardon serves it over. Damon sets it in the air to Bell. Outside hit. That's a perfect setup for Manojlovic. Beautifully set up by Carthage as Bell just set it perfectly over her own head, allowing for Manojlovic to set it down. First year player out of Skokie, Illinois, Manojlovic with the kill. Meanwhile, the sophomore out of Campbellsport, Wisconsin, and Stahl on the serve. And now Stahl unable to control that hit. 12-11 Elmhurst. Peyton Say on the serve. Bell, beautiful setup for Rowe, perfect. That was a perfect down the line setup for Carthage. We've seen that a few times where it'll be Carroll and then Bell, and they set it up for that outside hitter. Rowe has been a main recipient this evening of those Carthage down the line plays. Bell on the dig. Damon for Carroll. That's going to be a soft touch. Blocked out of play. Out of bounds. Point to Carthage. That was a bang-bang play. It looked like it could have been blocked down. It could have been blocked out of play. It was the latter, and Carthage gets the point. Violation against Elmhurst. 14-12. It was a violation which cost Elmhurst their final point of set 3. And now, beginning to get late here in set 4, which also is late in the Elmhurst season. If you're an Elmhurst supporter, you'd like to see them clean that up here. Blocked off the hands of Carroll. Elise Rossing with the spike into the hands of Carroll. But it went long out of play, and now Elmhurst to serve. Boyser to serve. The junior out of Westmont, Illinois, gets it over in the middle of the floor. Ajabola blocked. Boyser's got a long run. Nice play with the right hand over her shoulder. Say gets it over on the bump. Bell to Carroll. Say mishit that one. A tale of 2 plays for Elmhurst. Great hustle to run one down on a difficult ball. And then on a simple ball, it's a mishit from Say, which gives Elmhurst a 2-point advantage. Carroll with 11 kills in the match. Outside hit for Rossing. Off of Bell, out of play. It's been when Bell and Carroll have switched sides on that far side away from you at home watching. That's been where Elmhurst has been able to strike here in this fourth set. Going away from Rowe has been the case for Elmhurst. Here's Rowe. That's usually why she's been getting the kills for Carthage. Now another outside hit. That's going to go the other way and out of play. Also hit some of the support beams here at Tarble Arena. 15-all. Timeout, Carthage. We are tied at 15 in set 4. We'll take a quick break and we'll return to the Tarble Arena after this. Can Carthage get 10 before Elmhurst? If Carthage does, they advance. If not, we go to a 5th and deciding set. Got a good finish coming to you here from Tarble Arena in Kenosha after this. The intensity continues to pick up here in the Tarble Arena. The energy has been great all evening. And here in set 4, we're tied at 15. 3-seed Carthage Firebirds lead the match 2-1 over the 6-seed Elmhurst Blue Jays. But Elmhurst controlling a pivotal set here in set 4 with their season hanging in the balance. The first to 10 underway here in Tarble Arena in Kenosha. Chris Rouse on the call as action resumes. Off Wiley's serve, Ajabola hits it to Say. Blocked at the net, that's 4, point to Carthage. It was not blocked at the net by Carthage. It was blocked by the net. And as a result, no contact from Carthage, meaning 4 hits against the Blue Jays. Ball goes over clean. Buhager sent it over clean, but was unable to play the well-hit ball from Keely Larson. Larson's been relatively quiet in this 4th set, but likely going to change that here with a serve. Larson. Carroll. Got it from Bell. Sent over. Well hit. Damon able to bump it into the air. That was a rocket right into Damon's face almost. Played it in self-defense. Anderson sends it over with a punch. Bell to Ajabola. Well hit off the hands of Larson. And Larson in visible frustration because that's a play she normally would handle. As that one goes through the hands, Carthage by 1. Nina Ajabola. 7 kills in the match. 5 kills in the match for Ajabola. Bell. They play to the outside. Ball landed on the line. Point for Carthage. 18-16. Ajabola again to Wiley. Long hit. Out of play. 19-16. Timeout Elmhurst. Cameron Andrew and the Blue Jays down 3. Tough luck on their last few hits. Their season's starting to slip away. Carthage needs 6 to advance to the semifinals. Elmhurst needs 9 to force us to a 5th and deciding set. We'll see what gives on the other side of this break. Here, with first round coverage of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament from Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Firebirds have scored 40 or more aces tonight. That means you get a coupon for a free Culver Sunday. You got your coupon.
Carthage Firebirds with the lead here in set 4 over the Elmhurst Blue Jays. 19-16. A trip to the CCIW Women's Volleyball Semifinals on the line for the Firebirds right now. Meanwhile, Elmhurst trying to force a 5th in deciding set. Lena Ashabola on the serve. Say was the recipient. That'll be a point for Elmhurst. Lacey Kaiser, her 8th kill of the evening. They have gone to a 4th set in the other quarterfinal matchup between Illinois Wesleyan and Augustana. Augustana actually threatening to force a 5th set, up 15-14 after a 25-21 3rd set win. Illinois Wesleyan still up 2-1 in that matchup. Bell to Manojlovic. Outside hit for Rossing. Nice job by Carroll, sacrificing the body. Manojlovic with the kill, outside the line. Yep, point to Elmhurst. Still to come. Number 1 North Park awaits the winner of the Illinois Wesleyan Augustana winner. Milliken awaits the winner of our winner this evening. Elmhurst back within 1. Wiley to Say. Huge play in the match for the Blue Jays. Bell, outside hit from Manojlovic, and Carthage Firebirds figure it out after all. Just when it seemed like Elmhurst was building momentum and making some highlight plays to turn this set around, Carthage comes through, and now Bell to serve. Light smile on Devin's face prior to getting the ball. Now she serves it over. Ball goes the wrong way from Elmhurst, but they keep it alive. Outside hit, Manojlovic off the save. Watch out, scorer's table. 21-18 Firebirds. Timeout, Elmhurst. And once again, Blue Jays season comes down to this. They trail 21-18 in set 4. Carthage 4 points away from advancing to the semifinals, which would occur Thursday. Both matches scheduled for 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 Eastern, 7 local time for the schools involved in the CCIW, College Conference of Illinois, Wisconsin. And if the results hold, Carthage will take on Milliken Thursday. It'll be Firebirds versus Milliken, and then on Thursday, also on Thursday, North Park will take on the Illinois Wesleyan Augustana winner, which, by the way, is also in the 4th set. Illinois Wesleyan has regained the lead, 18-17 in the 4th set there. And they lead that match 2-1 as we speak. So Illinois Wesleyan and Carthage both trying to put it away in set 4. At the conclusion of this match, we'll get one final word with Coach Leanne Ulmer, get some thoughts on tonight's matchup, and if possible, some insights on into moving forward against Milliken in the 2-3 matchup if Carthage is to win here. But Firebirds got to get those 4 points first. Devin Bell serves it over. Outside hit. Oh, mishit there. As that ball was played back by Reardon. Reardon tried to get a hand on it, and when she went for it, hit it the wrong way. Also not so sure that ball didn't just die on the net anyway. Bell out of play. So now Rossing can come back in for Wiley, as now Allie Reardon will serve. Reardon to Damon. Bell outside for Manojlovic. That's long. Point to Elmhurst. Back with this striking distance on the Blue Jays. 22-20. And now Coach Ulmer will take a timeout. We'll actually take one with him here. One final breather. When we come back, we'll decide this one. We'll decide this 4th set here from the Tarble Arena. in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The Carthage Firebirds with a late lead here over the Elmhurst Blue Jays in the first round of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. Elmhurst trying to extend this match and their season for at least one more set, push this match to a fifth and deciding set where everybody's season will be on the line. But for right now, Elmhurst trying to salvage this fourth set. That ace from Allie Reardon will help their cause. Makes it 22-21 Carthage, but Elmhurst controlling the serve. Elsewhere in the first round, Illinois Wesleyan on the verge of advancing. They lead 22-17 over Augustana. Reardon serves. Reardon, outside hit for Rossing, down. We are tied at 22 in set 4. So I was going to say Illinois Wesleyan up 22-17 in the fourth set in their matchup. Remember, they lead that match 2-1. If they can get to 25, they advance to the semifinals. Here's Reardon. Outside hit from Carroll. Say. Middle of the floor. Bell outside from Manolovich, blocked, kept alive to the hands of Ulmer, and Elmhurst has rallied back to take the lead here in set 4. Just when it appeared their season was on the ropes, they get a 23-22 lead, and now Katie Boston comes back in. She's been on the bench for quite some time. Bell for Carroll. Say sets it up to Kennedy, middle of the floor, kill for Elmhurst. And just like that, the Blue Jays now have set point here in set 4. Here we go, Reardon to Carroll, Bell to Carroll, blocked, out of play. Carthage still alive in set 4. Not out of the water just yet, Blue Jays. But it looked close for a moment there. It'll be Cassidy Stahl. Essentially trying to force set overtime here for Carthage. Stahl, over clean to Reardon. Kennedy to Rossing, off Damon's hands, out of play. Fifth and deciding set coming right up on the other side of this break from Tarble Arena, as the Elmhurst Blue Jays rally back late to force a fifth in deciding set. First to 15 on the other side of the break. We'll return to the Tarble Arena after this break, and we'll be back with the fifth in deciding set after this. A fifth and deciding set, getting set to begin here at the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We'd like to thank you all for joining us this evening here on a beautiful Tuesday night in Kenosha, Wisconsin. But this is it for someone's season. Chris Rouse on the call between the 6 seed Elmhurst Blue Jays and the 3 seed Carthage Firebirds. If you're just joining us, 2 sets apiece. Set 1, Carthage 25-17. Set 2, Elmhurst 25-16. Set 3 and 4, 25-23 both. Carthage winning set 3, Elmhurst rallying back to win set 4. And it really felt like Carthage late in that 4th set was going to pull away, but the number of timeouts down the stretch allowing Elmhurst to rally back and keep their season alive. Now here we go to a 5th and deciding set. 1st to 15 in set 5. Remember, whichever team gets to 8 first, teams will switch benches, and then from there we will play until someone gets to 15 and wins by 2. Speaking of winning by 2, Illinois Wesleyan, they won by 4 in the 4th in deciding, in what turned out to be the deciding set in their match against Augustana, winning their match 3-1. They won 25-21 in set 4. They advance to the semifinals. Carthage trying to do the same, as is Elmhurst, but it's Stahl who starts out the Firebirds with a 1-0 advantage in set 5. And that sends the Carthage sideline again into a chest bump frenzy. I'm sure they would like it to send them to the semifinals, but still need 14 more points. Ball to the outside. Rawson kept alive. Bell, play for Rowe. That's off the hands and into the seats. 2-0 Carthage. Katie Rowe comes through. 11 kills in the match for Rowe. As now Stahl will serve again. Outside hit for Rawson, blocked by Carroll as she spikes it right down at the top of the net. Carthage up 3-0. Leanne Omer even flexing a little bit as she welcomes her team back to the sideline. The Carthage faithful enjoying this early start to the 5th and deciding set. One more update on what's going on in the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament in the quarterfinals. Illinois Wesleyan with a 3-1 win over Augustana, winning 25-15 in set 1, 25-19 in set 2, 25-21 in set 4. Also dropped set 3, by the way, 25-21 as well. But bottom line, Illinois Wesleyan on their way to the semifinals. And the 4 seed will take on North Park, the Vikings. Meanwhile, Milliken, they await the winner of this one. And with Carthage already up 3-0, if they can hang on, it'll be all chalk in the semifinals, meaning the top 4 seeds, the teams who were supposed to win on paper, will be there. But this Elmhurst Blue Jay team, they've been resilient all evening. It was definitely evident in that 4th set. Could have just rolled over after they got down late. But instead, they didn't roll over, they rolled over the Firebirds. And as a result, this match rolled over from a 4th set to a 5th one. Stahl serves it over. Good job by Sage, just watching it out. Had the right hand literally on the line, watched it go long. First point of set 5 for Elmhurst is via an error from Carthage. Allie Reardon comes through. Off the net. Bell to Rowe. Right side hit. Was it deflected? It was not. Point to Carthage. Damon to serve. Middle of the floor, violation against Elmhurst. Point to Carthage. 5-1 Firebirds. Damon ready to send it over. Damon gets it over clean. Ball at the middle of the floor. Anderson with a well-hit kill for the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Makes it 5-2. Anderson had been quiet for quite some time. Peyton Say, 16 digs on the evening for the libero for the Blue Jays. And a block at the top of the net. Callie Phillips, senior out of Queen Creek, Arizona. Now senior out of Villa Park, Illinois. Say on the serve. Carroll off the hands of Reardon. Rossing tried to punch it into the air, instead punched it into the net. 7-3 Firebirds, I believe. Or 6-3, excuse me. 6-3 Firebirds is Liv Carroll back to serve. She's got 12 kills tonight, 9 digs, no aces. Love to get it here. Will not get that ace here. Rossing, oh, that didn't even clear the extender. That's a tough break for Rossing as she hit it right off the top of the post. And it hits the extender, and as a result, the Blue Jays will take a timeout and try to regroup. Elmhurst trails 7-3 here in set 5. We'll actually keep it here because Carthage is 1 point away from the 5th set overtime. But there you see the Firebirds in their huddle, just trying to figure out how to wrap up this matchup and get on to the next round of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. More CCIW action for the Carthage Firebirds here on live.carthage.edu. Of course, coming up next week, we got the 2 men's and women's wrestling events against North Central. And then, of course, that'll be followed Wednesday by women's basketball against Lake Forest. Also wrestling here Thursday, opening night against Concordia, Wisconsin, the Falcons coming into town. I've seen my share of the Concordia Falcons doing games not just here, but also at Illinois Tech, members of the NAC, the Northern Athletic Collegiate Conference. Matter of fact, just did a pretty good NAC women's soccer game over the weekend between MSOE and Illinois Tech. But here it's all about the CCIW between Carthage and Elmhurst. And Carthage trying to get on to the semifinals of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. Chris Rouse here at the Tarble Arena, NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball. Outside hit. Ajabola couldn't keep it alive. Carroll sends it over. Says she couldn't keep it alive. Ajabola did keep it alive, but barely. Rowe sends it over. Middle of the floor hit. That's a great play by Elmhurst. They set that up perfectly for Larson. Ajabola got caught sort of leaning both ways there. She was leaning left, leaning right, leaning left. And Elmhurst was able to catch her in between when Larson got the spike at the top of the net for the kill. Damon to Rowe. Hits to the back line. Outside hit now for Kaiser. Comes up big. Lacey Kaiser. Every time Elmhurst seems like they're on the ropes, they rally back. As we saw in set 4, they rally back in order to force this 5th and deciding set late. Rowe finally got one down. Carthage wins the first half of set 5. This is it on the other side of the break. Somebody's season is going to come to an end. Will it be the Elmhurst Blue Jays, or will it be the Carthage Firebirds? The conclusion of set 5, second half of set 5, on the other side of this quick break, here from the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. It really will be a quick breather. All right, they got the logistics worked out down at the floor. Buhager in to serve. Carthage up 8-5. Buhager with 2 aces today. Sends it over for the Firebirds. Set over the net by Rossing. Ajabola sent it the wrong way. Manojlovic was able to bump it over her head. Larson. Unsuccessful, but it is a success for Rossing. 8-6 Carthage. And Jada Wiley to serve. So Wiley, you didn't really see Wiley until about that second set. Now here she is on the serve. Bell for Ajabola. Oh, what a spike by Alita Ajabola. That was a line drive right to the face of the libero Peyton Say. And as a result, Carthage by 3 with pretty much the player that's been their closer this evening, Madeline Danielson. Danielson serves it over. Blocked at the top. Danielson controlled the serve at the end of set 1 for Carthage. Larson kept alive by Buhager. Long run from Carroll. Sent over by Pettinger. Middle of the floor hit. Off the net made it easy for Bell to play it. Manojlovic kept alive by Say. Carroll, Bell, Manojlovic. Unable to keep it alive was Wiley for a moment. Now Say does bump it over. Outside hit for Manojlovic. Wiley this time won't get to it. Wiley did a good job on the first hit. She kept it in the air, thought it was going to land, and it took help from teammates to keep it alive. That time Wiley went running wide. Left was the hit for Wiley to run it down. Carthage 5 points from a semifinal berth. But a service error from Danielson will allow Elmhurst to at least control the serve while trailing by 3 here. Keely Larson. Larson has 8 kills, an ace, and 5 digs. And now a service error. Larson right back to the sideline for Say. As now Devin Bell will serve. Bell gets it over clean, almost an ace. Ball partially blocked by Carthage at the net. Long run for the Blue Jays, that'll be 4. Carthage by 5, 3 away from a semifinal matchup with Milliken. Pair of subs now for Elmhurst. Savannah Davis back in there. Haven't seen much of her since early in the match. Devin Bell ready to serve. Devin Bell sends it long. It'll be Elmhurst serve as the Blue Jays would like to make it an all-blue semifinal between the Elmhurst Blue Jays and the Milliken Big Blue. Carthage, once again, 3 points away from advancing. This is a pesky and resilient, depending on what side of the argument where you want to use here, Elmhurst team. They've been a tough out. Carthage, 2 away from the semifinal. Cassidy Stahl to serve. And Stahl gets the ace. 14-8 Firebirds. The fans are going to come to their feet here as the Firebirds look to advance to the semifinals and set up a 2-3 matchup with the Milliken Big Blue. There's a look at Stahl. I'll let you at home feel the energy. Played on by Bell. Stahl to Rowe, kept alive. Middle of the floor for Anderson. Goes out of play off of Bell. Elmhurst still alive. Allie Reardon to serve. Match point for Carthage the rest of the way. Bell for Rowe, blocked down. Damon couldn't quite get a hand on it in time. It bounced off her hand out of play. Elmhurst still in it here. (14-9). Reardon. Bell for Carroll, kept alive by Reardon. Elmhurst long hit, and that'll do it. The Carthage Firebirds win it. 15-10 in set 5 as the Firebirds win it. And the Carthage Firebirds advance to the semifinals of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. They'll take on the Milliken Big Blue as they win it 3-2 over the Elmhurst Blue Jays. It was 25-17 Carthage set 1, 25-16 Elmhurst set 2, 25-23 in both set 3 and 4, with Carthage taking 3, Elmhurst taking 4. And there you see your Carthage Firebirds have moved on as they win set 5, 15-10 to get past the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Must have been a late number on the scoreboard there, as Elmhurst, the scoreboard here said 15-9 Carthage, and it was in fact 15-10 in favor of the Firebirds. They win the match 3-2, and they now will move on to the CCIW Women's Volleyball semifinal to take on the Milliken Big Blue. So it'll be 1 versus 4, North Park Vikings, Illinois Wesleyan Titans. And then it will be 2 versus 3, Milliken Big Blue versus the Carthage Firebirds. We hope you've enjoyed our presentation of Carthage women's volleyball here from the Tarble Arena in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The Firebirds are moving on to the CCIW women's volleyball semifinal. Before we wrap things up, we'll get a word with Leanne Ulmer. And what a win it was for Coach Ulmer's Firebirds. And now on to the semifinals and a chance at reaching the NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball Tournament. But in order for that to happen, you'd like to win the CCIW Women's Volleyball Championship and get on to the next round. What a match this was. It felt like, you see some of the key plays in tonight's matchup. It was a back and forth match. I thought Carthage would have had this one handled in set 4, but a late rally from Elmhurst kept this one going, and we ended up here in this 5th and deciding set where the home team found the strength from the fans and pulled it out to get a 15-10 set 5 victory and move on to the next round of the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. And what a day it's been here. What an evening it has been here in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Before we wrap it up, like I said, we'll have one final word here with Leanne Ulmer, the head coach of the Carthage Firebirds. She's making her way up here to our broadcast location. I'd love to hear some of the final thoughts she has on tonight's matchup here as her team gets the job done to get past the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Coach Ulmer currently on her way here as we get ready to wrap up our presentation of Carthage women's volleyball here at the Tarble Arena. What a win for the Carthage Firebirds. As you get a look at some of the final numbers of tonight's 3-2 win for the Firebirds. But now, at this moment, I'm now joined by head coach Leanne Ulmer. Coach, a great win. You're moving on in the NAC Women's Volleyball Tournament. How are you feeling about tonight's matchup?
Yeah, well, we're very excited. You know, the Elmhurst team's a very good team. Good blocking team, good hitting team. I thought they played their hearts out tonight, and you know, so did we. So I was just smiling on the sideline, thinking, what a great match. You know, just a really good volleyball match. It's all about playoffs. So I told my girls, playoff intensity, right?
I was just going to ask you, how do you feel about this postseason intensity going on? But you already answered that.
It's what you expect, right? I've been doing this for a long time, and you know, you tell them the playoffs are just different in every sport, you know, because everybody's playing for their life, but, you know, life of their team to keep moving on. So everybody's giving it everything they've got, so you always expect everybody's best shot.
Coach, I wanted to ask you, what did you think was the turning point of tonight's match? I thought that third set was really tough, could have went either way. What did you think was the turning point for you guys to win?
Right, yeah, I mean, those are tight, right, when they're close like that. I mean, it was great for us to be up 2-1 and then, you know, credit them in set 4. We had the lead and they went on a run at the end. And it's always about the serve and pass game. And, you know, we were fortunate enough in the 5th set to get some good serves on them. We started with an ace and then kind of went from there, made the turn at 8, and then we got a few blocks. They'd been tooling our block pretty good. We finally got a few blocks, and I just give my team a lot of credit for just hanging in there, and the crowd was awesome. I mean, we love playing here. It's the last time for the seniors to play here, so, you know, they played awesome. Lena and Boo, I mean, they were just really good tonight.
You mentioned the energy here. I thought you got great energy out of Rowie today. What do you have to say about Rowie?
She's been coming on like gangbusters. I mean, probably halfway through the season, she's just really picked up her game, and she was great tonight. I think she and Liv each had 12. Christina had 14 kills. I mean, Devin Bell did a great job running the show here tonight, and I thought our back row did a really good job too. We just had some good serving, good defense.
You're moving on into the CCIW semifinals. Any strategies moving ahead, or anything you like to see better?
Yeah. We'll regroup tomorrow and get ahead for a really tough Milliken team. We got to make the drive to Decatur. We're excited to do that. Play the number 2 seed. I mean, they're just a really, really good team, and they beat us here in 4 the last time. So, you know, we'll look at that film and we'll regroup, and we will definitely give it our best shot to come home winner.
All right, well, great job tonight. Good luck coaching the next round, and great win today. Coach Leanne Omer of the Carthage Firebirds. Thank you once again. And once again, your final, the Carthage Firebirds win it 3-2 over the Elmhurst Blue Jays. They move on to the CCIW Women's Volleyball Semifinals. For all of our crew here at the Tarble Arena, I'm Chris Rouse. This has been another presentation of Carthage Women's Volleyball here on live.carthage.edu. For all of our crew, good evening from Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'm Chris Rouse. This has been Carthage Athletics on live.carthage.edu. Good night.